All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go, set. Right now, lady. Here we go. Come on. Hey, exit. You better be ready.
They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Holder throws this on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Here we go.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Darnold from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
You got 3 down. Hey, high 7.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. This is taken at the 18. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
59. Here we go. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Pick it up.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely, he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tighten up, pull it together.
The toss out to Barkley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Bell. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Coming to you. He's checking. He's waiting.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, and Anderson's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
He'll set up to throw. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
You don't want no problem from me.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Darnold now to throw. And an alley to run. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, here's Barkley. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready. 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Don't get nervous. Go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got Moncrief. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Ready.
They'll run it again with Barkley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag.
On second down now, it's Bell, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I'm going back to you.
Second and 2. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check tight.
Now a handoff looking right. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And Ingram holds it in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now Darnold. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A quick throw into the hands of Hardy. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
First down, New York.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 7-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down. Not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit. Because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. Here's Darnold. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On first down, it's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 4. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Darnold from the red zone now. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
4 down. Here we go. 4 down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. This is caught inside the 15. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
57 the mic. 57 the mic.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.